Hey yo doers, what's up? It's your boy Jep here. Welcome back to another Tutorial Tuesday. And before we get into this one, we gotta give a big shout out to Betty Blockhead. This doer is all over the comment section. She's all over the Discord. She's got great builds, she shares her builds, and she's even a big supporter with all of the merch that she buys. So big shout out, big props to Betty Blockhead. Now, the tutorial on this episode is very straightforward. You see those fish behind us? Well, we're absolutely going to farm them in an incredible way. So we are going to be doing an Axolotl powered food farm. And I'm going to crunch this one out nice and early, even in the snapshot, to see if maybe Mojang wants to change the mechanics of this, because it is a little OP. It is a little OP. Now, we're just going to start with a smaller version, and we're going to do it in a pool just like this. These are literally the items that you are going to need. I'm going to show you later on how to upgrade the farm, so you're going to need to just literally bring along some soul sand. This is enough to do an 11 by 11 box. So the first thing you're going to do is find yourself a nice, deep pool if you can, preferably even something like this. Now, what you're going to want to do is build up to make sure that you do have fish spawning in this. But as you can see, this little box right here, actually, this is like perfect. This is literally perfect. But as long as you have river biomes in your world, you can pretty much do this anywhere. So right there is another perfect spot. Over here in this giant open pool where the squids are actually spawning is going to be a perfect spot. So maybe actually we'll do our build here, so that way we can get both squid and food out of this. Okay, so once you have found your ideal spot, like I said, mine's going to be right here because this is perfect. We've got squid and we've already got the fish in there too as well. So we're going to have both spawning in here. And now the first thing that you are going to do, you're just going to jump in the water. You're going to find out where your center of your farm is going to be. And you are just going to build an 11 by 11. So an 11 by 11 box, and it is going to be 2 blocks high above the water. So you want to make it 3 high tall like this, and you're going to make it 11 by 11. Okay, once you have your 11 by 11 box done, what you're going to do is you're just going to jump in the water, and you're going to carry 3 walls all the way down. So just take your builder blocks and just bring your walls and run them all the way down to the floor of the river biome here. You're obviously going to want to be careful here too as well. Okay, and this is what you should have so far. Quite literally, just a box that goes all the way down with an opening on one side here. Okay, now what we are going to do, so on the inside where we left it open, what we're going to do is we're just going to take our hoppers, and right here at water level, we're going to run our hoppers going into the side just like that, and then we're going to remove those blocks and place a chest down there. Okay, we can now replace these blocks. We should have our hoppers here in place. And now what you need to do is in front of the hoppers, now we're going to run a row or a wall in front of the hoppers all the way down again to the bottom of the river here. Okay, so it should be just on the opposite side of the hoppers. And like I said, run it all the way down to the bottom of the river. Okay, once you have your wall in place, this is what you should have. So you should have this little box here where nothing, absolutely nothing can get out. And now what you need to do is you need to take your water, okay? And what you need to do is you need to place it along the back wall here. So it runs like this, and then you need to manipulate the water and push it over to the front of these hoppers here. Now the easiest way to do this is to quite literally just start placing some blocks, and eventually over time it'll start to fill itself in, and then you can just remove these blocks. And once you have manipulated your water, you should have it all flowing over top of these hoppers here. And we should be good to go to move on to the next step. We are literally almost done. I know, fastest tutorial ever. And once you are all done, this is what you should have. So you should just have a little box with your hoppers on the outside of them. You should have your little area in here where you can just, contain all of the spawns that do end up spawning in here. And now our final step is just to get the cute little axolotls in place. So once we have these guys in place, if you're worried about them jumping up, you can just build the walls up on the corner a little bit more. And as you can see, that will help contain them a little bit better. But once you have these guys in place, you are essentially done. All you need to do now is just, without them escaping, is just build yourself up into the center of the farm, about 30 blocks up. And as you can see, once you get to the right height, you do start to see some mobs spawning inside the little box here. But what you need to do is you need to stop them from spawning outside the box. So we have a little perimeter here that we need to fill in. You can see them out there. None of them are out this way because I don't know how fish spawn. There's none out this way either. But as you can see, yes, they're killing the salmon and whatever else spawns in that little box. But we need to take care of those ones out there that are spawning on the outside. And the easiest way to do that is to just jump down, grab some kelp, and start planting kelp all around here and just let it grow to whatever length. Okay, once you have your kelp all in place, as you can see here, this will help you, stop the mobs from spawning in and around your farm. Okay, now if you see items like this just kind of suspending in midair, that means that the little, the blocks that you used in order to put this in place have created a little bit of a water blockage here. So what you need to do is you just need to fill these sections back in really quickly. And as you can see, once you do that, these items will flow all the way to the top. So just make sure that this row that you put down in order to manipulate the water is also filled back in with water, which can be a little difficult, but if you just move from the back corner, it should all start to fill itself in. And what you could also do to speed up the items floating to the top is right here in the front row, you can just remove these blocks down here. Heck, even leave them in place and just place down a piece of soul sand all the way across. And doing so is going to bring a water column up to the top. And as you can see, it's going to bring your items up faster. But what you are going to need to do is then put a roof on top of this thing. So you're going to want to make sure you have a 3-wide roof that goes all the way across the top so that when the items come up, they don't end up shooting out of the entire farm. And once you are all done, efficiencies and everything, this right here is what you should have. So you should just have an open box where all of your mobs can spawn in. As you can see, you want to be efficient with your kelp too as well in order to despawn the entire area. And now, as good as this farm works, what we're going to do is we're actually just going to jump over to a little bit of a bigger one. So the one that I've created, we're going to do a short little AFK test and we're going to show you how OP this farm can get with just a little bit of a bigger size than this one, because this one here is pretty good. But yeah, watch how insane this other, just watch. Okay, so here, as you can see, we've got a pretty big farm. Not too big. It's only, 20 or something blocks long. Okay, and this is a 15-minute test that I did last night. So this right here that you see is from 15 minutes. What we're going to do is, oh my goodness, could you just stop for a second so I can empty the chest? Okay, chest is empty. There's no more fish coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump up to the little AFK spot up there. We'll do a quick little test and we'll show you just how crazy this farm... What's going on back here? Just pure chaos? Your llama's on fire, sir. So no fish in the chest? No fish in the chest. That's how good the farm is. No fish in the chest. Let's jump up, do our little AFK session. Just watch how crazy this gets. Watch how crazy this gets. Look at the chaos. Look at the chaos. Look at the fish. Look at them all dying. This is insane. This is so overpowered. Any fish that spawns in there is absolutely obliterated. So yeah, let's just do a little AFK test here and see how well this farm works. Okay, it's been five, in real life minutes. Now let's just go down and see exactly what we've got from these guys. Look at that. 5 minutes of AFK. Just 5 minutes of AFK. Hook this up to a smoker and is that not overpowered? Is that not a little overpowered maybe? I'm not sure. You guys will have to let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think this is a little overpowered? I think it's a little bit overpowered. I mean, their aggression towards these fish. Watch, nighttime's coming and it's the same farm. It does the same thing. So as you can see, nighttime has come and the farm is pretty much the same. It's a little bit tougher to see down there, but if you look closely, you can see the fish are spawning in the exact same rates that they are in the daytime, even though we've got, areas for mobs and everything to spawn around here. So hello, zombie. So yeah, every time you see those little particles, that's them absolutely murdering a fish under there. And yeah, it's crazy. But again, leave a comment down below. whether or not you guys think this is a little OP. I think it's a little OP, but I also think it's fantastic at the exact same time. I mean, just from that little bit of chit-chatting, you can see we've already started to fill up another stack and a half of just... It's crazy. That was only like, what, 45 seconds? So yeah, leave a like, consider subscribing, show up Happy Chappy for your world downloads. I don't know if I'll put this one in a world download because it is a snapshot one, and I mean, it's literally just a box or a rectangle with a row of hoppers in the front, you know, to get the food that you need. This is an early game thing for sure. If you find some axolotls in a cave, all you have to do is breed them up and keep breeding them, and you have unlimited supply of food. You can even just hook this up to a smoker, like I said, and you are good to go. But again, leave a like, consider subscribing, shop Happy Chap for your world downloads. What's up, Betty? Hope everybody has a good holiday, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode, okay? Love you guys. Peace.